Alright, so today we're talking about rods, and specifically rods that are around $100. And I say around $100 because some of them have models that start at $99, but then, the longer models are $109 or $119. And one of these rods is a $79.99 rod. So they're all, entry-level rods, I would say. They're good quality rods. I like them a lot. And they come from some of the best brands in the industry. I have the Lew's Mach Speed Stick, the Abba Garcia Veritas, the Phenix Maxim, the Castaway Taranis, and the Shimano X Age. I'll kind of run you through the different rods, things that I like about them, and some things that I don't, and then we'll try to rank them at the end. Okay, so the Abba Garcia Veritas, these are popular rods. I mean, you see these white rods all over the place. They came out with the original, it's probably been 7-8 years ago. Now they have the Generation 2, the 2.0, and then they just released the 3.0. I really do like these rods. They typically run a little bit heavier than in as far as action compared to other rods. That's just my experience. They're still lightweight, but they're a little bit stiffer than, medium heavy of this is a lot stiffer than a medium heavy of another brand. Again, that's just my experience. By far my favorite one is the winch model, the 7'6". I love this for throwing crankbaits. It's a really great rod, casts a long way, it's light, and it handles everything from pretty small crankbaits to medium-sized crankbaits very well. So definitely do like the Veritas. This is the 2.0, and again, that 3.0 is supposed to be lighter and even better. So we'll see what happens with those, but quality rod. Okay, the next one is the Castaway Taranis, and this is $100. It's a kind of a cool dark blue, purplish color, and they're quality rods. I do like the feel of it. I'm kind of limited because of the action that I got, and this is my only experience with it. I got a 6.6 medium heavy. I really don't use that type of rod very often. You can see I have a buzzbait on there now. It's great for skipping and things like that. But it's a good quality rod. I'm not going to have anything major that I really don't like about it, but at the same time, it's not like a standout. A quality rod. And it's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite. So this is the Shimano X Age. I just did a more detailed review of this rod, and I was really impressed with it. Both the spinning and the casting, they're awesome rods. There's a lot of different actions, a lot of different lengths, and they're really light and sensitive. They have Fuji reel seats and Fuji guides as well, so you get a lot of quality for $100. And I talked about this in my other video, but I really like the placement of that hook keeper. Just the little things. I mean, it's a quality rod. So that Shimano X Age, definitely worth a shot. All right, next up is the Lew's Mach Speed Stick. And, I did a review on this one too, and I wasn't really super impressed with it, mainly because of the quality. I had rods or guides that had epoxy leaking, but that's minor things that you can clean up, but it just kind of makes me question it. This is an $80 rod. But there's a couple things that I really do like about this rod. One, that it has the wind grips. It has the micro guide system, or the microwave guide right here. And it also has a unique place for a hook keeper right here underneath in the trigger. I think that's a smart idea. So those little features are great. And again, it's about $80, $79.99. So, you can't expect too much, honestly, for that price point. So it's a decent rod. Okay, next up is the Phenix Maxim series. And these start at $99, but they go all the way up to $129, depending on the length. The $99 rod is the 610 medium light spinning. For instance, this 7.3 medium heavy is $119. So it just really depends on the length. But they're great quality rods. They have a lot of features that you'll only find in more expensive rods. Like the SIC guides. And just the way it looks is really cool. It has a little bit of white on it, but it has a carbon tape. So it's really JDM feeling, like a lot more expensive rods that are out there, kind of like the Mega Bass rods or some of the high-end Shimano rods that have that look. So it's pretty cool that you're able to get that for this low of a cost. And one other thing that I really like, just like the Lew's, is it actually has the same type of hook keeper right here in the trigger. And also the way that the reel locks onto the rod. You actually slide that, so it's a little bit different than you might be used to, but what that means is there's no threading that's going to get in your way in your finger. There's a very small foregrip as well, so it really makes it really comfortable to fish. But overall, I really do like this Phenix rod, and I'm going to say this is my #1 choice for that around $100 rod. Followed by the Shimano X Age, quality rod, $100. Third place is the Abba Garcia Veritas. Can't go wrong with the Veritas, they're solid rods. Fourth is the Castaway Taranis. Again, a decent rod. I may just be pick the wrong model. 6.6 medium heavy. It's not something I use very much, so I really don't have a chance to compare it in different sizes, but quality rod, I got to say that. And then rounding out the end is the Lew's Mach speed stick. It's just really because of that quality issue, with the epoxy drip, and just that it is a lower price rod. It's not really maybe as fair because this is a 20% less cost than those other rods, but definitely has some good features to it. So definitely a decent rod, but just from my ranking, I'm gonna have to rank them 5th.